Hey, my name is Amir Towns. I am with Towns Lending. We've been in business since 2018, providing working capital for small business owners. And the forms of credit has been a cash advance, lines of credit, invoice factoring, term loans, SBA financing, and also credit card stacking, which I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm not going to take up too much of your time, whether you're watching this from Facebook, our Facebook group, or you're watching this on LinkedIn or even a playback on YouTube. So, I'll just dive right into it. So, how to secure $150,000 in capital funded for your business. Most of it is going to be the beginning of it is going to be 0% financing um, for a certain amount of time. That could be 12 months. That could be um, 21 months if you're going to somewhere like City. Um, and so let's just dive right into it. We've gotten hundreds, we've probably gotten thousands of businesses, $150,000 in working capital. So if you're a startup, basically you're going to go through the setup, making sure the business is set up right. I'm not going to touch too much on that. There's a lot of information on how to properly set up your business out, information on setting up your business out there. Um, but you want to make sure you have a professional email. um, the Your like townslending.com, info at townslending.com is my email, or Amir at townslending.com is my email. So just it's not townslending at gmail.com. So just have a professional email set up. You can do that through Google, or GoDaddy or whatever. You want to make sure you have a professional business address. You don't necessarily need that for smaller amounts of funding, like let's say under $50,000. But if you want to go for more money later on, if you want to go for that those bigger amounts like $500,000, or something like that, then uh, just make sure you have a business address. And you can do that by just registering, using a registered agent, or I think there's plenty of services out there. You like those co-working spaces and things like that. You can pay for that monthly. Um, Also, make sure you have a business phone number separate from your cell phone or house phone. If people still have house phones, we just have cell phones. You could do that through Grasshopper. There's other services out there, but Grasshopper is one of them. I think Ring Central as well. So listyourself.com 411. Just make sure your business information is listed everywhere and everything matches up. Like I said, make sure the email, the address, and the phone is first. Um, Register your business. Mine is register all mine through Wyoming. I have a registered agent out there. Um, for tax purposes, and I know Delaware tax purposes, Nevada tax purposes, just no tax states. And then go to irs.gov for a free EIN. I see people paying to get an EIN, and that's crazy because you can just go on irs.gov and get a free EIN. It takes literally a minute. So irs.gov, and I think they have a search bar. Just type in employee identification number, and you'll be able to set that up. Now we go to fundable credit. So making sure you have it. Now this is like just making sure that you have the best um, rates or the best ability to get certain lines of credit, the best lines of credit at the best rates. So making sure you have 5% or less of credit utilization. That's on each credit card. Um, and try to make sure you actually just pay them off, at the end of the month. But at least pay them down to that 5% or less. 100% on time payments. 100% on time payments. Zero derogatory marks. 4 years or more of credit history. 12 positive accounts. Ideally 21. And under 6 inquiries, and that varies by lender. But just keep it under 6, and I'll show you how to spread your inquiries across, you know, the 3 bureaus. Typically, banks do product matching, what they call product matching. So they'll only feel comfortable with giving you money, a certain amount of money, if other lenders are giving you money as well. It's just like when you first started out, nobody wanted to give you credit because you didn't have credit, or nobody would give you a job because you didn't have job experience. It's just one of those things. So you first have to season your personal credit profile before you can get that business credit profile. And then when they see other people giving you money and you're managing the money well, keeping it under that 5%, then they feel comfortable. Like, hey, he's credible, and so they'll give you those same type of approvals. And so here's some of the top lending institutions we'll be mentioning. There's more. So one of them being Navy Federal Credit Union. If you have any connections to the military, you're in that way. Banner Federal Credit Union, your Truist. They have a 0% interest cards at and you can get 3 no doc products on one inquiry. That's powerful because I'll talk about that later on. That's about getting as much as you can on one inquiry and then being able to just maximize that inquiry. They pull from Equifax. PSECU, they offer the same thing, 3 no doc products, one inquiry, but except they pull from Experian. Franklin Mint Federal Credit Union, NASA Federal Credit Union, Cadence, M&T, Envision. Then we have Chase Inc. They offer 0% cards. Citizens Bank, you get up to $250,000 loan or a line of credit in 2 to 3 days online. Yeah, let's go to the next. And so if you have 2 years in business, you can go to Wells Fargo, get up to $150,000, no doc online. All of these, you need at least a 680 in credit score. Obviously, the better your credit, the better your approval chances are, and the better the rates. But obviously, we try to go after at least the introductory 0% for when we're looking at business credit cards or personal credit cards. That 0% financing for that 9, 12, 18, 20, 21 months. Also, they have U.S. Bank up to $50,000, no docs online. Minimum credit score is 680, no PG. Key Bank up to $50,000, no doc, going to the branch. Huntington, 50,000, going to the branch as well. PG, you're going to personally guarantee. When I say PG is personally guarantee, or no PG, no personal guarantee. So your personal funding sequence, we're going to start off with Experian. You're going to go to PSECU and get a credit card and a line of credit, 2 accounts using one inquiry. You can also go to Chase, but because they have the 524 rule, you want to go to Chase first for your personal credit cards or your business funding credit cards as well. You want to go to them first because they have the 524 rule. So meaning if you've opened 5 credit cards in the last 24 months, you will likely not be eligible to open a new Chase credit card. And you apply for up to 2 credit cards within 30 days for Chase, and they will only use the one inquiry for both applications. Then you have your First Tech Federal Credit Union, and you can get two accounts with them as well using one inquiry. An American Express, you may get two cards in one day, but you have to get a credit card and a charge card. You can't do two charge cards or two credit cards, and you must wait at least 5 days um, between applications. If you try to do like a credit card, you have to wait 5 days, at least 5 days. So for TransUnion, you want to go to Bank of America. You can apply for two Bank of America credit cards within the same month or even the same day. Apple, they're going to do a soft pull to pre-qualify you, and if you don't get approved, there's never a hard pull. Barclays, including titanium, gold, and black Mastercards. And then for Navy Federal Credit Union, you could be pulled for Equifax as well. So be aware of that. Beware of that. And then Lightstream. This is for a personal loan option. That's 5 to 6 accounts, 5 to 6 inquiries. For Equifax, you can go to Digital Federal Credit Union, and they offer large lines of credit as well for your personal credit cards. NIH Federal Credit Union, you must be in the medical field or join the American Consumer Council.org. And then you can apply to multiple products with one inquiry. Most of my connections or followers or whatever is going to be in the medical field. So you guys, this will be a great resource for you guys. Most of my connections on LinkedIn, I think I'm at 16,000 connections right now. Most of you guys are in the medical field because those are people that I started helping out first with funding. So you guys should all definitely become a member of NIH Federal Credit Union. So PenFed, you can apply for two products in one day. However, you cannot be approved for more than two products in 30 days. SECU of Maryland, you would join SECU Foundation and get in without a reference. So they are going to for your on the personal side, you can join from anywhere in the U.S. But on the business side, if you want to join, if you want to get business credit cards and other products with them, you can register as a foreign entity and use like a registered agent in Maryland and get an address there as well. And just make sure all your licenses and everything else you get everything that's needed and register as a foreign entity over there, and that's how you'll get funding as a business. And you can get three products with one inquiry um, over there. So that's great. You should be able to accumulate 7 to 8 accounts with only 4 inquiries. So that's huge. And like I said, just that process along with those three bureaus, on your personal side, you should be able to get $150,000 using that process. Here's some bonus personal. Alliant Credit Union, you open an account with them with at least $5 and apply for the Visa Platinum credit card. They have a 0% introductory rate for 12 months, known for generous credit lines. Um, Flagstar Bank, they have a Visa Signature Max Cash Preferred card, and this is powered by Elon. That generally issues high limits. Elon powered cards often come with a 0% introductory rate up to 12 to 20 months. Now, for the business funding side, we're going to start off with Experian. And first, we're going to go through PayPal, Business Cashback, MasterCard. Then you have your Chase Business Inc. But it's best to go in and have a relationship with a banker and have them submit the application. So if you have a Chase near you, go to your first play in this should be going to Chase. Um, whether it's personal or business. Go to Chase because they have that 524 rule. Just go in, build a relationship with a relationship manager, um, And it works great if you already have an account with them, you already have direct deposits or whatever it is with them. um, then you're already building that relationship. They know you're going to be there for a while. Just go in and apply inside the branch and don't do it online. And so we're going to talk about American Express. So for American Express, they'll let you have a maximum of 10 charge cards and 4 credit cards, business or personal. And they have a rule of 1 in 5, which restricts the approval of credit cards to just one every 5 days. That's why I told you earlier you have to wait 5 days um, to get a credit card. It's advised to delay at least 6 days between applications to prevent the second one from being denied. It's possible to apply for 2 amex cards on the same day, provided that one is a charge card and one is a revolving credit card. Also, keep your request under $35,000 unless you're willing to provide, extensive financials like 2, 3 years tax returns and things like that. More on Amex. So this is a few Amex Amex cards to consider. You can go ahead and take a snapshot of that. I think the only Amex card I have is Navy. But yeah. So for your business credit, Equifax inquiry dominated lines of credit, you're going to go through Flagstar Bank, Banner ICU, US Bank, First Financial. And for your TransUnion for your business credit, you're going to go through PayPal Business, Barclays, Univest, um, which is a good one because they offer 20 months at 0% plus the 3% cash back on business cash preferred card. When you personally guarantee a business credit card or business line of credit, um, the, it'll still show up on the business's side with the exception of Capital One and Discover. And like I said earlier, with the proper inquiry control, you can apply to multiple banks while keeping your inquiries under control per credit bureau. Like I said, so let's say one pulls from, like that's why I broke it down who pulls from which bureau, because you're gonna go, let's say Capital One, Truist, and one of these credit unions. You go through them first, get all your approvals, and then do a second round. Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, and that way it's all flowing, and you have a bunch of different products, but you have 3 inquiries per bureau. Um, yeah. Here's a list of banks with 0% intro rates. So you have your Chase Business Inc. Unlimited, your Chase Business Inc. Cash, both offer 0% for 12 months. Your American Express Blue Business Cash, that card offers 0% interest for 12 months. The Business Plus, 0% interest for 12 months. US Bank Business Platinum, 0% for 18 months. And then you have Bank of America Business Advantage. Advantage. This card offers 0% interest for 9 months. BBVA, that's 9 months at 0%. Then we have Wells Fargo, 9 months. Ameris, 6 months at 0% plus 3% cash back. So if you want, more of a cashback card, they have that, and then they have 18 months at 0% with no cash back as well. Univest is 20 months at 0%. Bremer, 0% introductory, 6 months, and then they also have the 18 months. M&T for 12 months, Regions Bank for 6 months, and then they also have per $1 purchase. Oh, the one that I didn't put on here is City, and they have one that's 0% for 21 months, I believe. So not having a it's 2020 is December of 2023 right now. So not having a payment until 2025. That, I mean, not having interest until 2025 is crazy. So I keep going over inquiry control because it's important, because you don't want to have a ton of inquiries. You can, but like I said, just to have that max approval, those that max approval, you want to make sure everything is spread out across all three bureaus. If you'd like all of this information that I gave you, plus a list of 150 lenders, 11 micro lenders, 20 no PG lenders, so no personal guarantee, and then learning how to fill out the application and more information, you can go to www.thetowns.lending.com. I have Towns Lending and there's The Towns Lending. The Towns Lending is just my landing page for just the ebook. And you can download everything there. That way you have it in front of you and there's step-by-step process. Plus you have a lot more information that I'm going to go over here today. If you need any help with, let's say I got some errors in here, a lot of errors in here, but if you need help with this process and you just want us to take over and get the funding for you, or you want a line of credit, or you want some invoice factoring for your business, you've already been in business, um, and you're business to business and you're working with your manufacturers or whoever, and the government, you have government contracts that you want to get paid on before the government pays you, or whatever it is, invoice factoring, SBA lines of credit, um, or if you need money tomorrow, if you're making $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month, $10,000 a month, and you don't have the best credit, or you have the best credit, but you can't wait on SBA financing, or you can't wait for your credit cards to get in the mail or whatever, and you need funding tomorrow. My email is info@townslending.com. Info@townslending.com. And you can email me. I'll take care of you. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.